There are thousands of Chinese restaurants in Richmond, but every once in a while, you walk into a place that instantly brings back memories. For us, that feeling usually starts with two things: roast pigeon, also called a yu gap, and clay pot rice, 煲仔飯. Those are the dishes we grew up eating during family gatherings, weekend dinners, and celebrations throughout southern China. So when we heard about the bite of Shunde Chinese cuisine, we knew we had to make a visit. The moment we stepped inside, the restaurant felt familiar. The decor, the atmosphere, even the menu reminded us of restaurants we visited growing up or during our trips to China. This wasn't a menu built around trendy dishes. Instead, it was filled with traditional Shunde specialties: soups slowly braised for hours, or steamed seafood, winter melon dishes, clay pot rice, and preparations that focus on bringing out the natural flavor of the ingredients. Shunde cuisine, or Shunde, comes from Guangdong province and is often regarded as one of the birthplaces of Cantonese cooking. The philosophy is simple: start with the freshest ingredients possible and let them speak for themselves. There was so much on the menu that we wanted to try, but for this visit, we decided to focus on 3 dishes that immediately caught our attention: seasonal spot prawns, a roast pigeon, and clay pot rice with assorted preserved meats. The spot prawns arrived first. Spot prawn season is something many seafood lovers look forward to every year on the West Coast. When they're fresh, they don't need much help from the kitchen. In Cantonese cooking, one of the classic ways to prepare fresh shrimp is also one of the simplest: a gentle cook, a light dip into soy sauce, and that's all you need. The first bite immediately showed why. The meat was sweet, firm, springy, with that unmistakable freshness that spot prawns are known for. Nothing was overcooked, hidden behind heavy sauces. The preparation simply allowed the natural sweetness of the prawns to shine through. We only ordered half a pound to try, but it was a great reminder that when ingredients are fresh, less is often more. Next came the roast pigeon, or the yu gap. If you've watched Midnight Kitchen for a while, you already know roast pigeon is one of those dishes that immediately gets our attention whenever we see it on a menu. In southern China, especially throughout Guangdong province, roast pigeon has long been considered a banquet dish and a specialty worth traveling for. Some restaurants become famous for a single pigeon recipe that has been perfected over decades. Bite of Shunde prepares her pigeon using a roasting process similar to Cantonese roast chicken. The bird is first seasoned and marinated, allowing the flavors to penetrate the meat. It is then air dried before roasting, which helps tighten the skin and develop that thin, crispy exterior that Cantonese barbecue is known for. When the pigeon arrived, the first thing we noticed was the skin. Thin, crispy, and evenly roasted to a kind of golden brown. Unlike some versions that can feel greasy, there was very little fat trapped beneath the skin here. Instead, the skin shattered lightly with each bite, while the meat underneath remained juicy. The seasoning was subtle and balanced. You could pick up fragrance of 5-spice, along with hints of ginger, scallion, and other aromatics commonly used in Cantonese roasting. Rather than overwhelming that pigeon, those flavors worked in the background, allowing the natural richness of the bird to remain the focus. On the side were seasoned salt like a jiuyim and a gipzap Worcestershire sauce, 2 accompaniments that many Cantonese restaurants traditionally serve with roast pigeon. The seasoned salt added another layer of aroma and savoriness, while the gipzap, or the Worcestershire sauce, brought a touch of sweetness and acidity that kind of contrasted nicely with the roasted skin. The best bites combined everything together: the crisp skin, the juicy meat, and just a light touch of seasoned salt. Then came the dish we had been waiting for all meal, the clay pot rice, 焗煲仔飯. For many Cantonese families, clay pot rice is more than just a dish, it's a tradition. It's the sound of that lid being lifted at the table. It's the aroma of the preserved meats like lap chang, lap yolk, mixed with the freshly cooked rice. It's everyone reaching toward the bottom of the pot for the crispy rice crust. Making good clay pot rice takes patience and skill. The rice can't be too wet, can't be mushy. Each grain should remain distinct while still absorbing the flavors from the preserved meats above. As the rice cooks, the oils from the lap chang and lap yolk and the preserved ingredients slowly drip downward, seasoning the rice below. At the same time, carefully heat management creates that signature golden crust at the bottom of the pot. Too much liquid and the crust never forms. Too much heat and it burns. Finding the balance is what separates a good clay pot rice from a great one. This version delivered exactly what we were looking for. The preserved meats perfumed the rice with rich, savory oils, while the grains remained nicely separated with a slight chew. And at the bottom was that crispy golden layer of crispy rice. It's crunchy, toasty, very fragrant. The part everyone saves for last. While walking out of Bite of Shunde, we were already talking about what to order next time. There are still soups, steamed dishes, seafood specialties, and many stir-fries waiting to be explored. Bite of Shunde was the kind of meal that reminded us why traditional Cantonese cooking has stood the test of time. Fresh seasonal prawns, a well-roasted pigeon, and a clay pot rice with that beautiful crispy bottom all came together to create a meal that felt comforting and very familiar. There's still so much on the menu we want to explore, from the soups and steamed dishes to the seafood specialties, so this definitely won't be our last visit. Until next time, this is Midnight Kitchen, and we'll see you at the next table.